should be allowed to ban pit bulls. Pit bulls commit all the dog attacks. Localities should be allowed to ban pit bulls. Pit bulls commit all the dog attacks, pretty much. It's the breed. It's not the individual dogs. It's the breed. Dogs are not capable of reason. The breed is extremely dangerous. It's not the dog's fault, but that's just the way they're built. Oink. And they maul little toddlers, and localities are entirely within their rights to say that they don't want to have pit bulls there. So DeSantis and the Florida legislators just passed a law prohibiting localities from banning pit bulls. Localities in Florida had been banning pit bulls for a very long time, and then for no reason whatsoever, for no political benefit at all, Ron DeSantis was in the fight of his life for president, and the Florida GOP go in and they say, no, you need to let pit bulls come into your community and eat your toddlers. What the hell is going on with the DeSantis campaign?
Yeah. Welcome back. We all remember that. We all remember. I think I made a whole stream about it, where he went into Florida and he said that nobody is allowed to ban pit bulls. Like, wow, that would be enough for me to leave the state. But, you know, here in Ohio, it's not much better. It's one of the worst states when it comes to, dog attacks. And it's usually a pit bull. Usually a pit bull. Now, there's a case, I think it was from maybe a year, maybe 2 years ago, that I want to go over here real quick. It's actually this case right here. Sheridan, Colorado. I used it as, the thumbnail to this stream. Controversial shooting. I don't know if any of you remember this.
To the controversial shooting, a burglary call leading to the controversial shooting of this pit bull.
Yeah, this happened yesterday afternoon. Body cam video shows officers responding to that burglary call and encountering the dog. Now you can see that dog lunge at them before an officer takes out his gun.
Fox 31's Hannah Powers speaking with police tactic experts to break down the footage and the split-second decisions made there on scene. She joins us live outside the Sheridan Police Department tonight. Hannah.
Hi, Jeremy and Christine. You're right. This is what Sheridan police are describing as a misunderstanding that escalated very quickly. You can see in the body camera video that the dog appears to be calm at first and then just seconds later is lunging at the officers. Now, we do want to warn our viewers this video might be hard to watch.
Oh, no, he don't bite.
Tuesday around 5:30 p.m. Sheridan.
The classic, he don't bite. Oh, no, he don't bite. So I guess you're supposed to just, if the dog runs up to you, if it charges at you, if it leaps through the air, we all know what they do when they leap through the air. They are looking to clamp down onto some part of your body and hold on with their mouth. I guess you're just supposed to allow it to do whatever it's doing, and you're supposed to assume that it's not going to bite you. Is that what y'all saying, nutters? Because I would have done the same thing this cop did.
Sheridan police responded to a burglary call at an apartment complex off South Knox Court. On scene, officers began talking to people outside, including a woman holding her dog, a pit bull mix, on a leash.
All of the signs for a nervous dog were absolutely there, and unfortunately the owner, the handler at the time, probably should have recognized that also and put the dog inside.
James Albee, a former officer.
It had nothing to do with a nervous dog. That dog wasn't getting nervous. It was getting bold. It was becoming more and more emboldened and bloodthirsty because they're retarded. These are retarded inbred mutants. Stop with that. as if the dog is rational and understands when there is a, questionable environment and gets nervous. No, they're just retarded. Bloodthirsty, they got deformed brains, and they're retarded.
The owner, the handler at the time, probably should have recognized that also and put the dog inside.
James Albee, a former officer and law enforcement procedural expert, says it's what happened next that put officers in a tough position. As they moved closer, the dog broke free, barked, lunged, and ran straight at them.
All of that basically went down in under 10 seconds.
You see how it jumped up? I guess when they do that, we're just supposed to stand there and allow them to latch on to us, right?
As they moved closer, the dog broke free.
Right there. This is why these things make me sick. They always want to attack people, invade people's personal space, bother people. That's why when they get shot, they deserve it.
Barked, lunged, and ran straight at them.
All of that basically went down.
Look at it, retarded. Look at it. I mean, you can see it's how retarded it is just in its face and eyes. Just brainlessly attacking people. I hate these things. And I cannot stand people who love these things. You're just as retarded. Now, this is the lady who was holding it. What is she doing right now? What is she doing right now? Is she trying to control that dog that she had on a leash? Cannot stand these retarded people. You owners, you're retarded. And I'm sick of you.
And ran straight at them.
All of that basically went down in under 10 seconds. Unfortunately, the officer that ended up pulling the trigger on the dog.
No, fortunately. Stop talking dumb, dude. You mean unfortunate? Would you rather they not have done that?
Was actively being charged at.
A second officer fired a single shot, hitting the dog.
If the officer can reasonably perceive that he's in imminent danger of serious bodily injury and or death, typically using some common sense policing tactics and experience, you can use deadly force.
Body cam video from two angles.
That goes for civilians too.
Slowed down here shows the dog running away before the owner and a friend took it for emergency surgery. Now the incident is still under internal review.
There's a lot of paperwork. It's still considered a use of force type of situations. Whether you're taking the life of an animal or
why can't they just leave people alone? They're not animals. Stop calling them animals. They're bloodthirsty, inbred, retarded mutants that all people should hate. We should all despise creatures that behave like this. Why can't they just leave people alone? Huh? Nobody would have a problem with them if they just left people alone. I know I'd still have a problem with how nasty and stinking they are. But that's the biggest problem with them. They cannot leave people alone. Now I want y'all to watch another camera angle or another news feed. This one, the one they just showed, is highly edited. And I want y'all to look at this one.
Developing now in Sheridan, an investigation into why a police officer shot and killed a dog. Investigators say while responding to a call last night at an apartment building on South Knox Court, a dog got away from a tenant. Officers shared video of the dog, which they say lunged at one officer while barking.
Can you see that? See how the lady who had it on a leash just stood there after it broke free from the leash? Just stood there like an idiot. I mean, you out there with the dog like an idiot. You see the dog getting ready to attack people, and you still standing there instead of taking it inside the house like an idiot, like a retard yourself.
Officers shared video of the dog, which they say lunged at one officer.
That thing got away from her with no problem. This is why I cannot stand you nutters. You know full well you can't control these things. And this old, feeble, weak broad, you know full well you can't control that thing. You imbecile. And you want to be looked at as a good neighbor, standing there with your dog on a leash. Like, hey, look at me and how responsible of a dog owner I am. No, you're a retard. You're a low-life retard. And you just proved it. That thing got away from you with no problem at all. You didn't put up no resistance. And this happens when these dogs attack toddlers. Can you imagine? I would be so infuriated.
Officers shared video of the dog, which they say lunged at one officer while barking. A second officer shot that animal, which later died at a veterinarian's office.
Now, did y'all notice that stupid mutt after it got shot? Did y'all notice what it did after it got shot? You see that? It got shot in that moment, but you couldn't see it. Got shot right there. Now look at what it did after it got shot. It went right over to the same area where it was before it launched the attack. These things know how to leave people alone. When they attack people, they know exactly what they're doing. They know how to not bother people. That bullet made that dog leave people alone. See how that worthless, maggot, inbred, parasite mutt left everybody alone and went to a neutral area without the owner? It did that off leash by its own discretion. It did exactly what a dog owner would have done if it grabbed it by the leash. It went to a neutral area and left people alone. They know how to leave people alone, and they decide not to. Which is why I hate them. Stupid mutant. That bullet put some act right in that mutt immediately. And this dumb, airheaded broad gonna stand there and say, no, it don't bite. These people make me sick. It's not gonna bite now. You have no idea whether or not it's gonna bite anybody. It may not have bitten you yet. They all say this, don't they? Oh, it's never attacked anybody. Such low lives. And so dumb. Hey, that stupid mutt immediately and right away knew how to leave people alone after it ate that bullet. It screamed out and left people alone and went to a neutral area and started running in circles. Oh, God, I hate these retarded mutts. That mutt died. Good riddance. Got about what? Unfortunately, there are millions more of them and more owners just like this one. There's been a lot of weird, random stories that surface here recently. You know, speaking of, protecting yourself. Y'all remember that story here recently where that lady was screaming? You know, she kept screaming and screaming, and she was the one attacked. They could have stopped that immediately had they been armed like they should have been. You go walking through neighborhoods, you better be armed, because that's dangerous.
3 people
It's dangerous to walk through neighborhoods.
were bitten and rushed to the hospital. They're expected to be okay. We have video and we want to warn you, it might be disturbing.
That thing should have been shot right then and there. In fact, it should a little sooner than that. Right there. If not a little sooner.
It might be disturbing.
Just running up on people, as always. Again, they cannot leave people alone. Trying to mind your business, they run up to you and try to attack you. Even if they don't try to attack you, they're begging for food. Leave people alone. And the dog owners think that type of behavior is cute. Maybe for another dog lover. It's not cute when those people are not dog lovers. See, I just ran right up on them. And this stupid dude, you just stand there watching the dog. What were you doing? What were you doing, you idiot? Just looking at it. Watch, he don't even kick it. He don't even try it. Look, he's just looking at it. He didn't swat it. He didn't kick at it. He just stood there looking at it like an imbecile. So while he's just looking at it like a dummy, she starts screaming like a dummy. And she just can't, she's the only one screaming. Look at her, just screaming.
Home surveillance.
And that's why it's going right after you. You letting out high-pitched screams.
Footage shows the dog run up.
And she keeps screaming, which helps to prolong the attack. You're making the dog feel like it has the upper hand with all that screaming. Stop screaming.
To the group of people, jump at them and attack. You can hear them screaming in the middle of the street. One of the people began kicking the pit bull.
You started kicking them way too late, dude. What was going on through your head? What was you thinking? Oh, I don't want to be convicted of animal abuse. You better get out of here with that. You better beat it with that. Off-leash pit bull run up to you. What you think it plans on doing? Huh? Licking on you? Being friendly? Yeah, y'all better get out this Scooby-Doo mentality, man. Real fast. And learn how to... Jesus. If you're an adult, control yourself and don't scream. Man, it helps a lot to be prepared and to have, you know, some understanding of dogs. It helps a lot. And I just don't like to see people unprepared. It bothers me. Dogs right now are more popular than they've ever been in this country. I'd like to see more people educate themselves on their behavior. Along with the popularity of dogs being at its highest, people who educate themselves on dog behavior should also be at its highest. One man's opinion. Well, doesn't that make sense? You would think that these shelters, the people who, you know, provide the dogs, would make sure of that. But of course, you know, if they were to hand out a pamphlet or something along with the dogs, it would be full of lies. Right? So it'd be a waste of time. Unfortunately. But that, in a perfect world, oh, if there's dogs in the world, it wouldn't be perfect. But if people were trying to be genuine, they would do that. Like, hey, at least when people acquire a bully breed, like, hey, you know, screams, if it attacks, you know, screaming will make it worse. Stuff like that. They don't try to enlighten owners or help people at all. It's like they just want everybody just to get ripped apart.
First up, Fox 10 News has been pressing for answers about an important story you may not have been paying attention to during Christmas week, a vicious dog attack outside of an elementary school in Pritchard. It happened on December 16th, just as parents were dropping their kids off at school. A third grade teacher and a third grade student both suffering injuries. Those injuries sent both to the hospital. Teachers and students alike were wrapping up school before the Christmas break last week. Without warning, 2 dogs came out of nowhere just before the start of school on December 16th at Collins Roads Elementary School. Landon Williamson was running toward the building when the dogs got him. His mother, Alexis Ware, says that her 9-year-old suffered multiple bites on the leg and had to get 8 stitches.
He can't play sports. He can't do anything no more. And I know he loves dogs, but you can't pay him to get no dog no more. He
loves dogs? Why does he love dogs? I assume the father is not around. Why didn't you teach him to not love dogs? This is what I'm talking about, man. I don't care if there's one parent or 2. Teach your kids to stay away from these things. Don't allow them to love dogs. If you tell them the truth about dogs, trust me, they will not love them. You at least owe it to them to tell them the truth, inform them on the environment, the neighborhood that they have to navigate. So just telling them the truth and educating them, they should not love dogs. That's a failure.
He is terrified. Everything, he wake up out his sleep at night, just hollering.
The dogs also attacked third grade teacher Sierra Allen, who spoke to Fox 10's Ashlyn Mitchell.
They were biting and snapping and just jumping over me. They bit
Now this is the teacher, third grade teacher.
through my Ugg boots. They bit through my pants. I have scars on my legs, on my thighs. It's awful to look at.
Both Allen and Landon suffered beyond the physical injuries. Allen says she's considering leaving the school, and Ware says Landon has had trouble sleeping.
And it scares me about, they didn't take care of this situation like, they supposed to.
Now, I'm traumatized by the one animal that I really like the most.
Why do you like dogs the most? Here we go again. I'm repeating myself now. Didn't I just say this basically a few seconds ago? Why do you love dogs the most, ma'am? Why do you love the most dangerous so-called pets the most? Does that make sense? Now I'm asking you as a teacher now. Why would you love dogs the most? Why haven't you educated yourself on these things? Had you done so, you wouldn't like dogs. It's like, oh, I love dogs the most. Oh. You learned the hard way, didn't you? Do you still love dogs the most? Are they still your favorite animals or favorite pets? Are they still? What is it with people and dogs, man? I just don't get it. I don't get it. There is no reason why y'all should grant dogs so much leniency and assume that they're so harmless and I love dogs. Y'all are so influenced by television and social media. It ain't funny. Y'all are just like sheep, brainless zombies. And anything the TV and social media put out there, that's your world. You see people on TV in love with dogs. Oh, I love dogs too. Just goofy. And then that might sound funny, but that's true. That is how a lot of people are today. Whatever TV and social media tell them to like and love, they like and love. Or aren't you going to look into it, do any research? Oh, no, I don't have to. Just saw it on a commercial. I love dogs. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. What are we going to do with these people?
A woman and her dog are recovering after being bitten by another dog in South St. Louis. Medical bills are piling up for the victims. Fox 2's Cameron Mendoza spoke with a woman who says she and her dog were attacked, and with other pet owners who say this has been an issue for a while and they want something done.
She She's friendly. She's got a lot of energy.
The abandoned football field over on Louisiana in South Grand in Dutchtown had a new purpose.
They're like a pack. They're like a family, and they all play well.
But some dogs, not as playful. And owners at the park say it's taken a dangerous turn.
Literally rips her open.
This owner, who chose to remain anonymous, says last Tuesday, herself and her dog were attacked by 2 pit bulls who were let loose by their owner in the park.
And the 2 of them tag teamed my dog, and one of them grabbed her by the neck and flipped her over, and the other one went for her stomach and just ripped her stomach open.
The owner telling us this is more than an attack on a dog, but on a part of her family.
My dog is my soul dog. I watched her get born.
The dog.
Wait a minute. Let's back that up.
On a part of her family. This is more than an attack on a dog, but on a part of her family.
My dog is my soul dog. I watched her get...
What, a soul dog? I've heard of a soulmate. What is a soul dog? That's like a soulmate too? I don't like the way that sounds. My soul dog. Okay.
But on a part of her family.
My dog is my soul dog. I watched her get born.
You watched her get born? What? You were watching as that dog was born? You was watching, huh? Oh my goodness. These nutters.
The dog's still at the vet clinic as of Friday, and as of the owner.
I did have to go get rabies shots because I don't know.
They just left it open and gave him medication.
A group of dog owners tell us this particular owner has a reputation of their dogs not being friendly and letting them off the leash anyway.
I feel kind of really disturbed about it because it's not the dogs, it's the person.
No, it's the dog, old man. It's the dog. See, if the dog would just leave people alone, you wouldn't say that. You would credit the dog for good behavior. Yeah, I don't want to hear that. They say that as if, hey, it's just the dog's nature to attack. If that's the case, then you shouldn't own them. And this man really incriminates himself. Because look at him. He old, he frail. And look at his dog. He got a cane corso. That thing try to attack somebody, you ain't going to be able to stop it. So you're a problem too.
Dogs, it's the person. And they came behind us. We didn't know they was behind us. And we looked around, both of them.
Look at him. Look at him. Walking around with his dog off leash as well. And do you think he's able to control that thing? Or do you think that dog will snatch him to the ground and drag him? You just as much of a threat as that other person. Your dog is just not attacking anybody right now. Who do you give credit to for that? You give credit to the dog, right? Oh yeah, he's a good boy. I want to hear it's not the owner, it's not the dog, it's the owner. It's the dog and the owner. Stupid mutt should just leave people alone. What is wrong with y'all? We should expect every so-called animal to mind their business. Leave people alone. We should expect that from every so-called animal. Let ask you, just imagine you run across, like here in Ohio, we have a lot of ducks, and they travel in groups. They never bother people. But if one of them did launch an attack on somebody, that would be unusual. Why? Because we expect them to leave us alone. Because that's what they always do. We would wonder what's wrong with that duck. We probably tranquilize it and study it and assume something's wrong with it. It must have brain damage, neurological damage, or something. That's what people would say, like, okay, we need to figure out what's wrong with this duck. Because ducks usually mind their business and leave people. They don't attack people. Dogs should be under the same act. The same standard should be used for dogs. Same thing with cats, rabbits. They all mind their business, all animals. So when these inbred, retarded mutants decide to attack people, you don't get to say that it's not the dog's fault. Do y'all not understand that? Jeez. What is wrong with these people, man? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. What is this? I don't want to hear about your mutt. I don't want to hear about your mutt getting attacked. I don't care. Don't care, nutters. Okay? I don't care about you nutters walking down the street in the dog park and some dog attacks your dog. No. You're a problem. You're just as much of a problem as all the rest. Oh, man. What is this? Sunday morning? Happy Sunday morning to everybody. Hope y'all having a dog-free Christmas break. Now, if it's dog-free, I know you're having a nice and pleasant break if it's dog-free. So I hope y'all having a dog-free break. I don't know about y'all, but I go back to work January 5th. That is on a Monday. So I'm going to be putting out content non-stop. So stay on the lookout. Hit the notification bell. All right. And I hope you all can join me on the next live stream as we continue with this crusade.